Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today, I'm about to be reviewing the 1990 film, excuse me, Skinned Alive. So, Skinned Alive, um, it's it's, if you're into Texas Chainsaw Massacre, it's very, very similar premise. You have this little family, you have a mom, a son, and a sister, and they're riding around the countryside in a little van skinning individuals, and I think they like sell their skin or something. I don't really remember, but basically at the beginning of the movie there's this gentleman, and he breaks down on the side of the road, and they stop, and he's like, hey, can you help me? And they're chasing him across the field, blah blah blah. They get him in the van, they kill him, whatever. Their van breaks down, and they're in this like small town. This local mechanic, he's like, hey, you can just stay with me. Which, I mean, I'm not trying to be discriminatory here, but like, if I were to see this family, hell nah, I'm not about to let them stay with me. You got this girl with the iPad, she looking real crazy, like she's just about that lifestyle, like this this I mean, they just look crazy. Not trying to hate on them, but they're looking real crazy. But anyways, yeah. So their car breaks down, and the mechanic guy, he's like, "Yeah, you can just just stay at my house while I'm fixing your car." So they're posted up in the basement, and this like naive gentleman is letting him stay there, and meanwhile, you get some backstory on this this one guy. He's the neighbor of the guy who is housing the three main characters who are the killers. And let me pull up some names here. I got the I was looking up Scott Spiegel movies because that's the one of the main characters, one of the killers is so like I said, there's the mom, and then there's the son and the daughter, and the son, who's like one of the main characters, is played by Scott Spiegel. And like, fun fact right here, he actually um, like co-wrote Evil Dead 2, and he directed Intruder, which is like, that's a pretty good like 80s slasher movie. It's not the best thing around town, but you got the girl from Sleepaway Camp 2 in there, and there's some pretty good kills. I can't remember. I haven't seen it in a long time, but I feel like there's like a bread cutter, and they like slice the guy's head, and you got what's his name? Not Sam Raimi, Ted Raimi's in there. He's like always got the headphones on, like it's like set at a grocery store. That's really good. But yeah, Scott Spiegel, he's like, I mean, big time director, writer, and he's like one of the stars of this movie. He plays this crazy killer guy. He's rocking these pretty darn cool sunglasses throughout the movie, and the whole time I was thinking like, geez, I need to get a pair of those. That'd be pretty sick. Just walk around town with those. I gotta look them up, find them. But yeah, it's like a little fun fact. But I gotta look up the cast right here. Do a little research. I'm not very prepared, doing this off the cuff right now. But let me see what the names of the cast members, I mean, of the characters are. I can't even find them. This is kind of like a lower budget movie here. But anyways, I'm getting off track. But the guy, the neighbor, I can't. Usually it'll like say like the cast. Let me see. You know, it's not saying the cast on Google here. I mean, I should have done some more research, but I'm just doing a video right now. But anyways, so the guy, the naive mechanic guy who's housing the three main characters, he basically his neighbor is this guy, and you get some backstory on him. He yeah, I can't find the names of the characters right off the bat, but the neighbor is this guy. He's going through a divorce, and he's a alcoholic, and he's an ex cop. He I forgot how maybe he did some wrongdoings. I don't recall, but anyways, he is not in the police force anymore, and he is an extreme alcoholic. Like this fool, I mean, sipping some lick, drinking some beers. That's one thing, but this fool, he pours like an entire. He pours in like a probably like a 8 ounce, 12 ounce glass. He pours that full of vodka, and then he like proceeds to drink the rest of the bottle of vodka. Dude, what is that equivalent to? That's like 15, 16 drinks. How are you not like dead, my guy? Like maybe you have the tolerance. Maybe he's just like on that alcoholic shit, but I don't know. But anyways, the neighbor of the mechanic is this severe alcoholic. You never see him throwing up, passing out. Like you're gonna tell me he drinks this? He doesn't phase him. He's like a superhuman alcoholic. But anyways, I was just watching it the whole time. I'm like, man, I enjoy drinking some drinks, but that's um that's a little over the top there. But anyways, this individual is the neighbor of the mechanic who's housing the killers, and this mechanic guy, he's like, yeah, just hey, sketchy people who are from out of town, and hey, I don't know anything about you, and this woman has an eye patch that has a creepy vibe. I'm not trying to discriminate here, but she's looking hella creepy and sketchy. Hey, I'm just gonna let you all just stay in my basement, stay there as long as you want until your car is fixed. It's whatever. I mean, is this a real guy here? But anyways, so they're staying in the basement, and then it's like at this point, okay, you should just you should just be like, all right, we're getting our car fixed. Like if that's their motive is to kill some people and skin them and whatever, just post up in the basement and wait until your car is fixed. You can skin people, you can go on the road, you can get away with it. But they can't help themselves, so as they're staying in the basement, the body count rises, and they just start killing fools. Um, One scene that stood out to me is the mom. They like invite her up for dinner, and this stood out to me because I was just like looking at the food, like damn, like they have like the legitimate spread going on. Like they had big ass plates of pasta going on. They had the fried chicken going on. They had what else? What else did they have? Mashed potatoes, and they were like sipping beers and shit. I'm like, damn, dude, that's like a good ass dinner they have going on. And it's like it's such a funny scene because the mom is just like she's just like an uncultured swine, so she's just, you know, getting crazy with it, like not using napkins, just getting real messy, just like eating that shit up real quick. And the family's like, oh geez, like what's her deal? But it's hilarious. And then I was just looking at that the entire time, like, damn, like I wish they let me stay at their house and eat that delicious spread, have some drinks and shit. But yeah, it was a beautiful scene. But anyways, the family, while they're staying in the basement, they're just killing all kinds of people. They run into this kid. I think he was eating like chicken nuggets or something. I don't recall, but he's listening to his headphones. I think eating chicken nuggets. They just run him over. Um, Eventually, the mechanic finds a skinned dead body in their car, and then he's on to them. He's like, "Oh, these sketchy ass motherfuckers were doing some weird shit." So so eventually he's on to him. Um, yeah, they kill a couple people. There's pretty good practical effects, like good gore effects in the movie. It's all practical stuff, and I mean, for a low budget movie, it looks really good. Just to get off on another topic here, for some reason, like the way whatever camera they used to shoot this movie, or I don't know, like whatever way they like color graded it or something, it just like looks really good. It has that kind of like a bright hue, and all like the stuff like shot in the forest looks really good. But however, whatever camera they used or however they color graded it, I don't know. This movie like that just stood out to me that it had like a really good look. But anyways, well, where was I at? So yeah, like during the third act, the mechanic guy is like on to them. He's like, all right. So they're, up to no good. They're out here catching bodies and whatnot. So um, he's on to him, and the the alcoholic ex cop guy comes through, and he's just like on some Rambo shit. Just like he comes through with like the assault rifle. I don't know. Maybe it's like an M16 or something. I don't know. But he's just like straight up killing fools. Like he shoots the mom in the head, and then he like unloads, like he has like the double like drum magazine, and he just like unloads the entire thing on her after he shot her in the head. Like what the heck is the point of that? And he just like wastes all his ammo. But then he also shoots the brother, and then he kills the sister, and then the brother comes back, and that's the end of the movie. The alcoholic ex cop just destroys everybody. So I mean, honestly, I had a pretty darn fun time with this movie. I would uh I would recommend it. Oh yeah, also if if you're looking for a documentary to watch, because this movie I watched on Tubi. The reason I found out about it is because I was watching this documentary. It's called Shock Cinema Volume One. There's like a couple different volumes. There might even be four. I've only seen the first one. But what's her name? Brink Stevens from, she's in a bunch of stuff, but she's in Slumber Party Massacre. But anyway, she like hosts this documentary, and Scott Spiegel is like one of the people talking about it, and they're talking about this movie, a couple other movies, and that's how I found out about this. But I would recommend watch Shock Cinema Volume One, the documentary. That's a very cool documentary on like low budget horror, and you have like Charles Band from Full Moon and a bunch of other people. It's very cool. And yeah, basically Skinned Alive, I would definitely recommend for like, I didn't really go in with like any expectations. It's like, you know, super low budget. Like I've never heard anything about it. I couldn't really find any reviews. There was like one review, but I mean, it was a fun time. It wasn't the best movie I've ever seen in my life, but it wasn't, you know, I wasn't like falling asleep. Like the practical effects were good. There was a couple funny moments. It looked good. It was like shot well, so I would definitely recommend it. It was a good time, and that's pretty much all I have to say. Peace out.